Hello, everyone. It's Haunted Grover Cleveland here, and you're watching Inktober on Ink the Book Show. So don't say I didn't warn you. Look, you can follow Ryan O'Connor at Wrangleshank on Instagram, on TikTok, and on Twitter. And if you like his work on Bonehead Comic, you can also watch his Bonehead cartoon. The link to these things and more can be found in the description. Furthermore, be sure to like, to share, and to subscribe to all things Wrangleshank and all things Ink the Book. Thank you. Ah!
It's time for Ink the Book Show with your host, Ryan O'Connor. And now, let's ink the book.
Hello, ghouls and ghoulettes. It's Inktober on Ink the Book Show with me, Ryan O'Connor. I'm here to do Inktober number 1. I'm using the official prompts from Jake Parker. Today's prompt being gargoyle. I took extra time before the show to sketch it out. Because I hold these kind of sacred. Like I try to do a really good job on them as much as I can. Here's my initial sketch. My gargoyle, I was looking at gargoyles online real quick, and then I wasn't seeing anything I liked. I was looking up Batman with gargoyles because I thought I would do a kind of a superhero. This is kind of like a knockoff Batman. And then I saw on Instagram, I saw this guy that I follow. His name is Chris Gurel. Come on, focus, you sucker. I like this guy. He lives in Queens. He does outfit repair, but he's a good artist. Let's see. I just saw his little animation that he did for, and his gargoyles were kind of my like springboard for the design of my gargoyle. Which here's my crummy first sketch, and then let's see. Here's what I ended up with, but I had to like trace it a couple times. I was trying to figure out how to get my posing because I think. Let me look at that one again. That first try. See, I had him like kind of trying to like climb up over this ledge and kind of crouch next to this gargoyle a little bit, but the proportions were gonna be weird if I did it just like that. So let's see. This was my like second try. I was just trying to get him in here, and like he gets stumpy. And so, and I did another sketch. And I was kind of toying back and forth with putting his other hand on the gargoyle or down here. But then I've got him kind of like lunging forward. And I kind of liked that better in the long run. He's just standing behind it, coming up behind it. So that's what this is going to be my submission for Inktober 1. Let's get some light on this page. I don't even have all my lights on in this room like I usually do because it's a spooky month. Yeah, that's it. I don't know. Ink the Book Show. The only art show that is completely improvised by someone who has no business improvising. So, like I said, this isn't necessarily Batman. I didn't exactly want to draw Batman. I actually wanted to make him look less like Batman, and in fact, be all in silhouette. I just couldn't figure out how to make it work. As for the not making him look like Batman, this was supposed to be more notably like my character Mort from my Bonehead comic. Like his horns are supposed to be sticking out the front of his head rather than like Batman. But it's so subtle that who will notice? But that's okay. I'm waiting for my Fude Pentel pocket brush refills to arrive. They should be getting here tomorrow. Because I didn't think about ordering new ones until a hair too late. For Inktober. Yeah, the last detail I probably added to this was like adding the face of this mask. He just had this featureless face of just the white mouth, not even the teeth line actually, and just the white eyes. And it looked kind of cool, but I was like, well, he's not going to be in all silhouette like I originally thought. Because I can't quite justify just making him all black. Straight black. I didn't see it working. I think that's the best thing you can do for yourself if you're an artist is you got to learn how and when to admit when something isn't working. And back to the old drawing board, as they say. Go back to the old drawing board. And you'll see, like, on my last couple streams, I went in blind, not knowing what I was going to draw, and kind of hit a lot of sour notes and started over. If you want to do good drawings, I think you gotta learn how to be honest with yourself and admit when something doesn't work. I'm envious of, like, when I watch other artists on YouTube, actually, I'm just so jealous that it's like every drawing, even if it's a goofy, weird drawing, it's done so, like, artists that I watch, they're so good at just throwing down like really respectable lines and stuff. Well, I'm not necessarily quite there yet, in my opinion. I really need to rough in what I'm doing for a while before I get it quite right. That was the case today. That was the case on my streams yesterday and the day before. Some people are there. Maybe someday I'll be there. But today I gotta keep an eye on myself. and not let myself get away with just calling it done just because I want to be done sometimes, you know what I mean? It's like I can do better than that. I'm trying to go kind of faint on this gargoyle. I gave him these like ring eyes, which I think is a thing I've seen on gargoyles. I don't know. I don't know if I'm just. You know what it seems like to me? It seems kind of like a Hellboy kind of thing. The ring, stone ring eyes. I don't know if that's actually a thing. Go a little lighter on the stone with my line work. Except where shadows come into play. He's got this like ear on the other side of his horn here. In fact, I might bolden up this horn to kind of set it in front of that ear. He's got this wing even further back. They're three-dimensional because they're stone. My roommate, who doesn't usually draw very much, he says he's doing Inktober too this year. So I'll be interested to see what he does. I sent him the prompt list. Oh, you know what? I can focus this in a little. There we go. That's the stuff. When I said that's the stuff, in my head, just erroneously, I thought Hooters instead of Hostess. I don't know why. I've never made that mistake before. That's the stuff. Hooters. It's got this little tail here. Okay. And this is a Batman type slag. I don't know how clear that'll be. My one friend is having her 35th birthday today. Mine will be in 10 days. Lame. Though I gotta say, I feel better than I have in quite a while. My knees have more or less stopped bugging me. My knees were bothering me bad. Like last month. They've been bothering me for years and years. I think because I'm flat-footed. My back used to bother me too, and then one day it just vanished. My back bugged me for years, and one day it didn't anymore. That would be nice if that was the case with my knees too. Okay. I think this is shaping up decent so far. And there's another gargoyle hiding back here. I'm going to make this one as faint as I can muster. Because I don't want it to overshadow our hero. This kind of reminds me of the things from Ghostbusters. Was it Ghostbusters 2? Or was it the first one? Yeah, it was the first one. Maybe it was both. I don't know. I don't remember the second one too well. It's got to be the first one. And this is part of his cape. And then this is part of his cape. And then this is part of his cape. And then this is part of his cape. Oh, wait. It's supposed to have... Because there's like this platform that the gargoyle sits on. There we go. I'm gonna erase this too. Erase. White out this too. Here's like a marquee sign. The light bulbs. Try to give a little dimension to it. What does it say? I imagined it was saying gallery. When I make signs, even if they're like largely obscured, I tend to consider what they might actually say, even if it's very inconsequential. Okay. Kind of a jagged wall there. And then how I made that gargoyle faint so it doesn't overshadow this guy. I'm also going to beef up a bit of his outline there to certainly put him in the front. Now, if I had my pocket brush available, I might be playing with that for my line weights. I'm not going to bust out a whole ink and brush right now. It's 9 o'clock. I have an hour and a half to finish this. That sounds doable. I had some little structure here, but I don't think I'm going to need it because it wasn't well thought out to begin with. This says rock show. Tried to do like a scratchy font type effect that I saw in those like Etherington books I was showing off recently. I wanted to do like a font that like a text effect that I don't usually employ. I do a lot of samey kind of art, so I try to change it up when it occurs to me. I don't want to be too like comfortable. You know what I mean? I might even throw like a like I might put that all to black past there. This night sky is going to be black. Well, I saw after the broadcast yesterday, I got a new follower on Twitch. I think that's 51 on Twitch. Or maybe I'm farther than that. I don't know. But thank you. I hope you enjoy the streams. It's easy to feel like the most boring person on the planet when you're drawing, and a lot of times, I run out of stuff to say. So if anyone has an interest in watching me, that's it is a true honor to be thought of as entertaining. Okay, and then I certainly don't feel like I have a tremendous amount to impart on how to be a good artist. But sometimes I come up with tips, I guess. I don't know. I kind of figure the least I can do is lead by example and try to draw every day and share it in a broadcast or at least on my Twitter and Instagram and stuff. As much as possible. As close to every day as I can make happen. Because sometimes, that train goes flying off the tracks, but I'm pretty reliable for the most part. See, this is with a day job. Drawing does not yet pay no bills for me. How many negatives was that? I think it was a good old-fashioned double negative. I've been saying good old-fashioned. I caught myself saying that a couple times on yesterday's stream. And I just did it again. Yeah, usually I use my Pentel pocket brush for at least the big black areas, like this sky. I would probably use it. I usually don't use it for all my lines, though I'm considering when I get the ink refills for it, I'm considering giving it a whirl because I've been inking with a regular brush all year. I feel like I could probably be more comfortable with it now. To just, because you can get real thin line, you can get like teeny tiny thin lines with that thing, and you can get thick lines with it too. So if you know how to hold it and manipulate it, That can be a powerful tool. In the right hands. Of course, if you put something like that in the hands of Hitler or Jeffrey Dahmer, watch out. Okay, this is going to be like a square post, so I don't think I got to go much farther than that. Cripes. I'm fencing my camera. So I think I'm going to try and do all my Inktobers on stream this year. I'm so scared that I'm not going to get them all done on time. I've made it happen the past 3 years. I've only done Inktober the past 3 years. I try to go by the official Inktober prompts. I try to do them the day of, do them all, and I try to make them as good as I can. Last year, I think, was my most successful one. And I showed all 31 of them off on yesterday's stream. Trying to make these a little three-dimensional. Do 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 do. I know you belong to somebody new, but tonight you belong to me. Way down by the stream, how sweet it would seem in the silvery moonlight. Oh, honey, I know you belong to somebody new, but tonight you belong to me. It was just in my heart is all. Oh, he doesn't have wings, but that's fine. He's a whole different other guy. Separate person, that gargoyle. No wonder he reminded me more of the Ghostbusters guys. Okay. Now, what are we going to do for the big blacks? I'm going to use my Prismacolor black, I think, again. See, I don't know why I always do this, but I always pre-plan stars, and then I want to preserve them instead of just throwing down a black field and then whiting out my stars in there. Like, I might add stars in, but I always want to do it this way for some reason, which is kind of fool's work. Doesn't have to be that complicated. Alas, here we are. Here I am. Way down by the stream. So I'm gonna leave these black and white. There's I think it's Rob Maymart's. I forget what his name is. There's this one artist I follow on Instagram that I think last year, maybe the past couple years, he did just black and white drawings, but he added like a touch of orange digitally to them. I thought that was cool. I was considering throwing like a little bit of orange on these, but I'm a little too cowardly for that right now. Also, I'm afraid I won't have time. I probably will, but I'm just gonna leave it black and white this year, I think. This one and all the subsequent ones. Maybe I'll add them digitally eventually. Maybe I'll add orange digitally. But in time for submission, I don't think that's going to happen. Inktober can be an undertaking. You'll be fit for the Undertaker come Halloween. I gotta start thinking about. Every year I update a Halloween playlist. I've been noodling together for. It's not on. I would put it on Spotify, but there's so many like obscure songs that are not on Spotify on it. I should make a public Spotify version though. But I have like I forget how long it is. It's like stupid long. A Halloween playlist that I just add music to it every year. But it's like there's stuff I won't put on it, like Thriller I don't like. So I don't put it on there. Time Warp, anything from Rocky Horror Picture Show I don't like. So it's not there. I don't know. I don't know what else. Those are the notable ones. But I have this real long playlist that I work on every year, every October. And then I've messed around with it more than I've listened to it. And then what else? I gotta think of what Halloween movies I want to watch this year. Monster House I really like. Last year I watched Beetlejuice. What else? What else is there? What's a good Halloween movie? Oh, you know what I watched? Not for Halloween last year, but I watched not Critters. What was it? What do you call it? Ghoulies. Ghoulies 2. I've never seen Ghoulies 1. I was listening to a podcast that recommended this movie, Ghoulies 2. They specifically said you don't have to watch the first one, and the second one is better. I watched Ghoulies 2, and that was good. I agree. It was like, you know, I didn't seem to be missing anything from missing the first movie, though I could watch the first movie. But I liked Ghoulies too. It was just like stupid little puppet horror kind of stuff. They're these little like monsters that I don't know. They wind up at a circus somehow. I forget. Is it a circus? It's like a carnival. I don't know. It was fun. It would be a good one to watch again. Maybe I'll watch the first one. I think there's also a third and fourth one or something. Something like that. There might be a fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth. I don't know. What's good for Halloween? You know what I like for Halloween actually is Over the Garden Wall. It was a 10-piece series of shorts made for Cartoon Network a few years ago. It's got Elijah Wood in it. It's got Tim Curry. It's got John Cleese. It's got Christopher Lloyd. And it's really well done. And it's about these two boys that get lost in the woods, right? And they're just trying to find their way home. And it's just, they're in this, it's like very mysterious. And there's like a talking bird that kind of becomes their friend, but she's kind of like real snotty and sarcastic with them. And there's a beast in the woods. There's this creepy I don't know. It's good. It's good. Each short is 10 minutes. There's 10 parts. And it's on DVD. I have the DVD as well. They used to all be like Cartoon Network had them all like officially on YouTube for the longest time, but I don't think they're there anymore. Like properly, officially. You can probably scrounge them up somewhere though. But Over the Garden Wall, really good, great Halloween time stuff. It's very autumnal. And it like by the end of it, it is kind of directly Halloween related. And it's kind of like a mystery a little bit. I watch that every year. The other thing I also watch every year is I break out my Pete and Pete season 2 DVD, and I watch this time of year. Closer to the end of the month, I usually watch the Time Tunnel episode of Pete and Pete and the Halloweenies episode, which are back to back on the DVD, and they're both like appropriate for Halloween time, just because that's also usually around when we change the clocks. And those are two of my favorite episodes of Pete and Pete anyway. Pete and Pete was a good show. You got all kinds of like cameos from like rock stars and punk rock stars. There's like Iggy Pop is in it. He plays one of the kids' fathers. And you got cameos from like Gordon Gano and Sid Straw. I forget who else. Let's see, and then I was going to do this part black. Might throw some nicks of white in here once it's colored. Just to emphasize that it is a surface, even though it's pitch black. And the sky's over here. Just to differentiate. I mean, the stars will do that too, but You want it to be clear to a prospective viewer. Clarity. The other thing you want to be very conscious about with your art. Clarity, and what was the other thing I said earlier? Something? Clarity and being honest when something doesn't work. That's a good one, I agree. Okay. That's the best advice I got for artists. All right. I think this might be it. The moment of truth comes when we erase the pencils, though. But this, I believe, is entry number 1 for Inktober 2022. I gotta be so careful not to shred this drawing with the eraser. See, I was just erasing pencils earlier in this sketchbook somewhere. I don't remember what I was doing. It was probably the earlier drawings of this. But if it's just pencils I'm erasing, it's no worries. If it's me erasing the inks, that's what tends to get shredded. It just kind of like starts erasing off the, not erasing it, but it like starts kind of like ripping the paper, the ink off the paper. Because it's not the best sketchbook this time around. My roommate's down there watching hockey, swearing at the TV. His misery brings me great joy. Like I say, you want to emphasize that these are surfaces sometimes. Just hint. Probably don't even need to do as much as I'm doing. You can be subtle as fudge about it. See, it's trying to tear up the ink in certain spots. This is white out. That's why that's not erasing. It's just starting to look gray. Okay. Ah! Stupid sketchbook, you're gonna be the death of me. Okay. Stupid pencils. Why do I have to draw pencils anyway? Why can't I just go to ink? Okay. Welcome to Inktober. And that's that. So this has been Inktober #1 on Ink the Book Show with me, Ryan O'Connor. Do yourself a favor. No, not even. Do me a favor. I'm about to put links in the description if you're on Twitch. If you're watching on YouTube, they should already be there. Give those links a click, or at least just check them out. Just see what's there. And otherwise, try some of the other streams available. Give them a whirl. I've been doing short ones lately when I'm not inking my book. I've got usually I'm inking my first graphic novel on here. I've got a few pages to go, and I just need a little more free time to be able to pencil those so I can ink those. But speaking of that, the archives of me inking every single page of that book so far is on my YouTube channel, which is Wrangleshank. But that's in the links too. So just putting that out there. There's also a merch shop at TeePublic where I have shirt designs, and you can put them on stickers or mugs or pillows, tapestries, little notebooks, or I don't know, stuff like that. Anyway, this has been Inktober #1, Gargoyle. I'll be back tomorrow with a new drawing. Bye, everybody. I think you're nice, and don't forget to sew the holes in your pocket shut so you don't lose your dough. Goodbye, everybody.